Psycho Killer, directed by Gavin Polone, written by Andrew Kevin Walker, starring Georgina Campbell, James Preston Rogers, and featuring the legendary Malcolm McDowell. So right off the bat, we see a scene from the trailer. So it's like, okay, getting it out of the way, nice, I like that. We soon find out that this psycho killer, who's been called the Satanic Slasher by the media, he has gone across 6 states and has killed 15 victims. But then, literally, like a day later, maybe just a few days, it's up to 32 victims. It's like, which is it? I mean, there's no way he's killed an additional 17 victims in just a couple of days. It's not really feasible. We find out a little bit about our Satanic Slasher and how he may choose his victims, and that it might be random, it might be opportunistic. Just, they're just there. He sees them. He's like, you know what? I'm going to take them out. But also could just be because something he wants. It's kind of a mixed bag of how he's choosing his victims, and it just seems kind of weird for a serial killer, because serial killers, they have an MO. They go after very specific victims. They choose their victims in a very specific way. And this guy is just kind of all over the place. Georgina Campbell's character, she takes some time off to go hunt the killer, because as we find out in the trailer, this killer has killed her husband. So she's not only wants revenge, she wants to just stop this guy from taking out more people. And the weird thing is, nobody is talking to one another. Like agencies, police departments, nobody is saying a word, which is weird because it's immediately established that this interstate killer, the guy that's going cross country and just taking people out, is the same person. So you would think departments would speak to one another in an attempt to get this guy, to stop this guy. But nobody is saying a word. Except, shocker, one person who, there's got to be one person that shares information. So then we learn more about the Satanic Slasher. And it is fascinating, but at the same time, it just kind of gets more into just the randomness of it all. We eventually meet Mr. Pendleton, who is a Satanist, played by the legendary Malcolm McDowell, and he's fantastic. It's a small part, which a little disappointing. It would have been nice to see him in more of a central role because of his connection to the horror genre and just kind of his just legendary status as an actor in general. But, the guy is getting pretty up there in age, so I can kind of see why he wouldn't want to be on set for who knows how long. But when he is on screen, he lights it up. The guy is just still one of the best. We eventually learn of this other killer, though he was not a serial killer, he was just a mass murderer. And we learn that he was killed. But then we learn that our Satanic Slasher might have connections to this guy. He might be, that's what I'm looking for, idolizing him. But there might also be more to that, and the connection is not really made clear until the end of the movie. But then when it does happen, it's like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. There's also a weird connection to a certain facility. I don't want to really give any spoilers, but that literally makes no sense. It's the anniversary of something that happened at this particular facility, and it's like, okay, maybe he was involved somehow originally, and he wants revenge for what happened. But no, it's just a part of his grand master plan, which ultimately is kind of nonsensical. So Psycho Killer, Georgina Campbell, she's great. I love her. She's just such a fantastic actor in my opinion, and she's really starting to really come out into the horror genre. First time I saw her was Barbarian. She was just literally recently in Cold Storage with Joe Keery. So it's like, same 2 movies within a couple of weeks. It's like, you go, girl. Our killer, Preston Rogers, has a really deep and creepy voice, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, it sounds like at times he's using a voice modulator. kind of like, Ghostface and Scream. So it's like, is this guy's real voice? Is he using a voice changer of some kind? Like, what's going on? We never actually see this guy's face. It's always shrouded in darkness. He's, got sunglasses on. He's wearing the mask, which I love the mask. The mask is great. At most we like see his eyes like through the mask, but we never see his face. And we never really learn who this guy is and why exactly he's doing this other than Hail Satan. And also his symbol, the pentagram inside of like an eye, that's cool. I like that. It's a little bit different. I don't know if it has any actual connections to Satanism, but I mean, it's a good symbol for a serial killer. The special effects, about 50-50. The practical effects are great, but the little bit of CGI we see is very blatantly CGI. The kills, bit unimaginative. There's nothing too special to them. I mean, it involves like, sledgehammers and axes and knives and guns, and it's nothing that really catches your eye, except for one, which was actually pretty shocking, especially what he does like during the kill. Obviously, I don't want to spoil anything, but that's really about it. The acting overall, I think, is pretty solid, but the story is all over the place. It doesn't really know what it wants. I feel like it doesn't know what it wants to be. Does it want to be a horror movie? Does it want to be a serious thriller? Does it want to be like a dramatic thriller? It's just, it has a bit of an identity crisis. And the ending being just so nonsensical. It's like I get it because of like the damage it could do, but it's like there's no significance to it. Like, why did he choose this? Why is he doing this other than Hail Satan? I mean, there's just no sense behind the whole thing. So this movie, I don't know, the trailer kind of gave me some hope that it might have been a little similar to Longlegs. I know Longlegs was quite divisive. You either loved it or you hated it. There really was no in between. I personally loved it, and the trailer kind of gave me Longlegs vibes. So I was like, okay, all right, I'm in. But I don't know. It just falls majorly short. I give Psycho Killer, I'm going to give it a D+. Thank you for watching Fatman Inc Horror. Leave a like if you enjoyed and a comment to discuss your thoughts. Make sure to subscribe to see more reviews of horror movies new and old. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.